Now we can report on yet another deadly plane crash. 2 people have been killed after 2 small planes collided midair over Arizona yesterday. You see the aftermath. Officials said each plane had 2 people on board when they crashed at Marana Regional Airport. This is just outside Tucson. One of the planes hit the ground near a runway and caught fire. The other aircraft landed safely. The FAA says this regional airport does not have an air traffic control tower, so pilots use a common radio channel to let each other know their position. Delta Airlines is offering a payout now to the passengers who were on the flight that crashed in Toronto on Monday. It's worth $30,000, and a spokesperson for Delta insists, quote, "This gesture has no strings attached and does not affect rights." The plane was flying into Toronto from Minneapolis. As it tried to land, it flipped, injuring 21 people. 1 passenger is still hospitalized. The cause of that crash is under investigation. And this crash happened 3 weeks after the mid-air collision over Washington, D.C., you'll remember, and a string of other high-profile air incidents. Our senior transportation correspondent, Kris Van Cleave, talked with Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy about the safety of our skies.
If you get in a plane, if you look at how many people fly, how many flights we have, of course it's a safe space. I do think as we look at the incidents or the crashes, it gives us an opportunity to say, what went wrong? What can we improve upon in the system off these crashes? The systems that we use are so old. We should be the envy of the world, but that we have systems across our network that are run on floppy disks.
Kris Van Cleave joins us now from our Washington bureau. Kris, great to have you get this access and to do this interview. What did Secretary Duffy say about plans to upgrade systems, considering they use floppy disks?
Well, he's reached out to Elon Musk and sort of the aerospace industry for ideas on how they can update that. He said perhaps it's integrating AI, perhaps it's, moving to an Apple II GS. I'm kidding, but getting off the floppy disk system is certainly part of the plan there. In fact, Musk and SpaceX engineers visited the FAA command center earlier this week and met with controllers. We asked him about how do you guard against conflicts of interest since SpaceX is regulated by the FAA? And he said this is not a situation where they're plugging into the system. It was purely getting some experience, seeing what the controllers see and talking to controllers about their experience. That's sort of the first step in perhaps building a better user experience for air traffic controllers.
And this is happening at a time when hundreds of FAA employees are being laid off. What did Secretary Duffy say about that?
Yeah, so the secretary said it was a total of 352 people who were laid off. It's the first time we'd heard an exact number. That is, he says, about 0.8% of the FAA staff. So a very small number, and he insisted that none of the positions were directly safety-related. In fact, he says they are continuing to hire safety-related positions like inspectors, investigators, and air traffic controllers.
And there was one other big headline you looked into. Yesterday, the Trump administration terminated the approval of New York City's congestion pricing plan. And you asked Duffy about this. Here's some of what he said.
I think it's a war on the working class Americans who work in that space. And it's a favor to the rich people. The rich people can pay the toll. It doesn't bother them. And they get the poor people and the middle income people off the roads so they can get in faster. It's flat out, I think, wildly unfair.
Kris, did Secretary Duffy express any support for congestion pricing?
He did say he was open to the concept of congestion pricing. What he didn't like in New York was, one, there is no freeway meaning no way to move through that congestion area without paying a toll. And so he felt that was unfair to taxpayers who already paid taxes to build those roads. He also questioned the methodology for deciding on the $9 toll. He said he didn't feel like the governor of New York had done enough research that was the dollar figure that would cut congestion. He said maybe it could be $3, maybe it could be $6. In his mind, he said it sounded like they picked a dollar figure to pay the bill for the transit projects they wanted to get done.
All right, really interesting interview. Kris, thanks very much.